crafty friends, it's me, Emily, and today I have the beautiful Christmas Spectacular collection from 49 and Market with some rub-on transfers here that I've been using and love. And I made this gift card holder with with the 49 and Market line and my numbers and gifting stamp set with these rub-on transfers. So I want to incorporate this in a pocket card today. I'm so excited to show you how to do this. 49 and Market offers these cutout sheets on the back of the front of their card, so there's no waste here, which I love. So I'm going to be using some of those today. And then let me just walk you through all the patterns that come in the Christmas Spectacular. I really like this red paper, and look at the banners. They have each one is usable. So we have these really beautiful ones, the polka dots, and these beautiful frames that are great for scrapbooking. But I did want to show you how to incorporate these papers, just super beautiful, in your card making. I really like that plaid one, and again, you can see the ribbons on the bottom are usable. I love that 49 and Market uses every bit of their paper that they can, and it's also a thicker, an 80-pound paper. So what I like about that is that I more use these instead of card bases, but on the covers. So first I'm going to start with my card base. I'm making an A7 card today, so it's a little bit bigger than what I normally make. I'm used to making A2 size cards, but an A7 is a 7 by 10, and then I'm just going to mark it here in the center at the 5, where the scoring is going to be. So I'm just going to trim this down so I have the base of my card, and then folding it in half at that 5-inch line, and then carefully using my bone folder to get that crease down. So that looks great. So let me just show you in comparison. Here's an A2 size card. So this is the card I typically use. It is a lot bigger, but I wanted that so I could make a nice big pocket for my gift card holder die. So here I have this envelope, which is nice fussy cut sheet. I know some people don't enjoy fussy cutting, but it really does provide a great end result. And I just love that they provide these little cutouts for you included in their paper. I'm really loving this plaid with the really big poinsettia flower. So I think I'm going to use this, and what I'm going to do is I'm scoring it right before the 5-inch line, and then I'm going to trim that down so I have like a little bit, like 1/8 of an inch of a border around my card, and then I'm going to do the same thing right before the 7 notch. So now I have this really pretty cover for my card, and then I have that really light white border, which I love. I'm gonna have to trim down my envelope. I'm gonna use this envelope as my pocket. So this is actually quite easy of a pocket card. You can definitely make your own pocket. It's something I've done and I can show you how to do in a separate video. But this just made it so easy. It all coordinated well together and it just fit perfectly. So I decided to go ahead and cut out a bit more from the fussy cut sheet. I really liked a lot of these elements and I wanted to use them either on the inside of my card or the front. So moving on, I'm just going to fussy cut even more. Just fussy cutting, and if you don't know what fussy cutting means, it just is cutting a shape out, not die cutting, but just using your scissors to basically you're fussy cutting around that image. So here I have, this one worked perfectly with my circle die, so I used that. It was a nice cheat. And then I did want to incorporate these rub-on transfers. So these are all the ones you get in this smaller pack of rub-on transfers. I love this poinsettia flower. I'm going to add this onto my envelope to add a little bit of color, and it matches the one on the background of my front of my card. If you've never used rub-on transfers before, they're really simple. You just cut out your pattern and then rub it on with that stick. You just peel it off, rub it on. And here I can show you again. So you cut it out and then you peel that backing off, place it where you want it on wherever you're putting it down, and then rub it on with the stick. The stick comes in the packaging for you and you peel it off. And if you ever have trouble, you can just place it back down and keep rubbing that on. So here I have this really cute letters to Santa, and I really wanted to incorporate on this on the front of my card. I felt like it went with the theme of the envelope and the idea that I'm making a pocket, and it kind of felt on theme, if you will. So here I'm just kind of going around seeing where I want what. I really loved this little border at the bottom of my envelope, the Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. I really liked that. And I really liked the pop of black as well. And then this little chipboard piece says Pure Joy, and so I wanted that at the little top of the filing corner there. And then I'm just putting my heavy cream circle on a little pop dot next to that other stamp that was on there. So I had an idea with this little letters to Santa. It has a little line there for the slit for where the mail goes in. So I'm just using my my blade, and I'm just cutting a hole basically where that line is, and then I'm going to shove one of these little cute chipboard pieces in there. And I thought this Peace on Earth one was really nice because obviously everybody wants peace on Earth. So I'm just going to stick that in so you can read it still, and I'm gluing in the upper half of it onto the letters to Santa. So that looks really cute. Isn't that adorable? That's a fun little interactive way to add just a unique touch to your card. I did trim the bottom of that Merry Christmas down as well, and so that looks great. We really brought this envelope to life with all the different fussy cutting and everything like that, and that's going to be great for the front of my card. Now I'm going to commit and glue down my pretty poinsettia piece onto the front of my card. So this is just the card cover. What I love about making cards this way is that it makes them heavier, so it makes them a little bit more sturdy when you're adding in this thicker pieces of paper. I decided to cut out another piece in the same pattern to use on the back of the card just to keep it coordinating, and I felt like it just looked so beautiful. So look at that paper. It's just, and you know what's nice about this paper too is you don't have to do too much because it already is so beautiful. And so for the inside I chose this really great, really dark plaid. I really loved these colors and the green. And then here I grabbed my A2 liner from the Card Sentiment Dies pack. I decided, even though this isn't an A2 sized card, I wanted to incorporate the sentiment portion, but make it a little bit smaller since this is such a large surface area for a card. I added some rub-on transfers for a cute decorative touch, and now I'm just going to cherry tape this onto my base here on the bottom half. So this will be where you can write your sentiments, Merry Christmas, all that good stuff. And then I have these adorable stars and cute little sayings for the inside of my card. That one says it's tinsel time, and I really liked the black. And then the other one says Days of December, and then these stars just really added a little bit of pop with that dark background. So I'm going to allow that to dry and then work on the top half of my card here. I'm going to do a little bit more fussy cutting. I really love these different elements, especially with this dark background. I didn't want it to be just the dark plaid background. I loved the pattern of it, but I didn't want it to be too dark. So I'm just cutting out these different elements. I'm trying to figure out the big word. I really like this joyful. I think I'm going to use that I want to use on the inside. And then I did want to incorporate a few more rub-on transfers. I'm grabbing this kind of mistletoe holly type, and then the green on that red, which is a nice contrasting complementary color to the red. So here I'm just doing the rub-on transfer, and again, if you don't get it on like you saw I did there, you just put the backing back on and then just continue to rub it, and it works well. So now I'm just taping all this down with some cherry tape, and just putting that down with my adhesive. I think that looks really cool and kind of mixed media-ish, and just placing my joyful down with some foam tape here. I'm going to add a couple more star elements because I just love the brightness it adds, and then a Merry Christmas chipboard as well onto the inside. I love these stars. They just added a little pop of something. So now I'm going to tape the inside bottom half down because that part has dried. So this looks really cool, and just carefully placing that down, and I trimmed those the same as I trimmed the front, so it does still have that pretty white frame, which I do love. And I'm going to do the same here and just glue down my inside top half of my card. So that looks great. That looks amazing. I love that. Super traditional and pretty. So let's finish the front of our card. I want to show you how to create this envelope. It's actually quite simple. Just grab some thin tape. I have some really thin cherry tape here, and I'm just going to trim this down the sides and bottom only of my envelope. This was simpler because the envelope came with the paper, and you can create your own envelope, and it's not that hard, but this made it really easy because it already had this element within the paper, and I loved the design. I like rubbing on my adhesive before peeling off the backing, and then to ensure that it's going to stick really well. And now we have our pocket. So look at this. So this just slides right in, perfect for a gift card and for gift giving. I decided I wanted to add a couple more elements on the front. I'm going to add a couple more stars, and then I had that green on the right side to make it pop a little bit more, and then one more black star on the front of my envelope. I really liked that. I wanted to show you what this looked like with an actual gift card in there, and it's not too thick or anything like that. It just slips right in really nice and easy. So here's that beautiful card with the gift card tucked in there, which is a perfect Christmas card, perfect way to give the gift card. All those pretty elements on the front, and then the inside. How beautiful is that? And all the rub-on transfers and the chipboard. So great, that looks amazing. And I also created, I really love this traditional card, but I did create this other pocket card. And this is the one where I did in fact cut out and make my own pocket. So here I do want to show you, I like to show you with the gift card so you can see it does still fit. And this is an A2 size card. I decorated the back of that one. So this one is a little bit more snug, but it will fit inside an A2 sized card and pocket. And then you can add that ephemera in there if you don't want the gift card showing. And this is I love adding the stickers and stuff before I cut out my card sentiment dies. This is a less traditional card. And so I'm curious, let me know in the comments, which one do you like better? The traditional, beautiful 49 and Market, or the beautiful Holly Jolly? Thanks so much for watching.